artist would give the arm and a leg to have Eric travel with them. That means he has so much respect for you that he does. I mean,
He does.
for him, it's not about the money.
It's not about the money for Eric. Because the entire idea, Hrishi, is to connect with people. And how much ever I've done live till now, believe me, it's like sometimes you get the biggest of love from the smaller towns.
Of course.
So you go there and there are songs that you sometimes sitting in a Mumbai studio, you kind of undermine. Like I have a song called Darkhast from Shivai.
Of course.
And
Sunidhi's voice.
Sunidhi's voice, yeah.
Yeah, I love the song. Big soaring Mithoon ballad.
You see it on stage. I mean, sometimes that song is louder than Tumiyo from the public.
And that relationship with Arijit, I mean, today he's probably one of the biggest singers in the world. And you saw him at such an early stage, you nurtured him. Is it still the same? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
The same, absolutely.
How beautiful.
We still discuss music. Back then also we never spoke. Actually, we are quite different as people.
One of India's most popular composers is here. Also a man who has a very spiritual approach to his music, and I'm very pleased to meet him. The last time I met him, it was on a Zoom call. It's never the same. It's always wonderful to see you, Mithoon. How are you?
Very well, Hrishi. Thank you for having me on your show.
The reason Mithoon is here is because on the 14th of February, he is going to have a live gig at the Dublin Square in Phoenix Market City. We don't get to see him live enough. I would love to see more of him in the live space. And that's my first question to you. I mean, all of a sudden, live seems to be very in. People are announcing large-scale tours across India, America, the European territories and things like that. You've never been one to do because it's a fad. You've actually waited a good year or so since the so-called trend started. I would say Der Aaye Durust Aaye. But why now for a tour? And I imagine it's going to be an India tour. It's not going to be a solitary show and then you move on. Talk about that.
So actually, Hrishi, for me, it goes back even before this entire so-called trend began, because I've been making music for almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
But the stage never excited me. I never felt that happiness on the stage. I'm quite a studio beast. The silence of the studio is quite a high for me. And लोग मुझे पूछते, people ask me कि वो जो तालियों की गूंज है, is that on high? I said, have you any time tried the silence? That's always given me a much bigger high. It's only post-COVID when I started exploring the sound of my band, because I just didn't want to do something. I've never done anything for the sake of it in my life. That's never been my mantra.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The moment he came in, I said, hey, your Telugu song has gone viral. He was completely oblivious of it. his Dil Jhoom song, the Telugu version, I was garnering millions and millions of views on YouTube as well as on streaming sites. And all my relatives down south are crazy about the song and they can't get enough of it. Sorry, continue. And that shows that, he's totally oblivious of what's happening in terms of social media, virality, and, what's trending and not. That much into music. Continue, please.
So, it's just been in the last couple of years, I'm actually enjoying being on stage. I've done already quite a lot of cities in India as well. And seeing people and seeing them react to my songs, I now feel that connect. And I feel that now I have that conviction and I have that connect to do something. And it's making me happy. And that's why I have announced my first India tour. It's going to be in 2026. And it's going to be my entire journey, right? From Anwar to Border 2, Ashiki 2, Kabir Singh, Saiyaara. All the entire journey is going to come together in a span of 2.5, 3 years. So I really want people to come and experience it.
That's lovely. Tickets live at Book My Show. So please go to Book My Show. They'll go out fast. Some of these venues might be moderate size. Some of them might be large size. So it's always good to get your tickets in as soon as you can and check out all the listings and get there in time. I'm very intrigued by the live space, and I've been watching a lot of live gigs, A lot of foreign bands have come in, Guns N' Roses, Maroon 5. At the same time, I've been seeing a lot of Indian artists. Sonu is back on tour. I went to see Vishal Mishra, went to see Arijit. And everybody has their own sonic idea of what a concert should be.
Of course.
Arijit brings it brings the whole large-scale orchestra. There is a cellist and there's a violinist and there's the grand piano when he wants to use it. Some other artists are very stripped down and bare. What is your band going to be like? And how many instruments do you visualize yourself using in most of the concerts?
So the show that which we're touring with is going to be basically 12 members on stage, and I travel with 6 singers. So the entire idea is, Rishi, to create a hybrid, because that's how my music has been. I've really explored the lounge space initially in my career, be it a Tere Din, a Maula Mere Maula, Tose Na Na Lage, Phir Mohabbat, which has been very much in the lounge space. And then obviously there is the entire and the clinical signature Mithoon use of piano. So that's something, the kind of voicings I've been using also have become very, very templatized now. I mean, even the way I use a minor seventh is very traditionally Mithoon now. So I want to recreate that on stage. I also make Eric Pillay travel along with me. So the idea is to give people a live experience of what they would be probably expecting, from...
Artists would give their arm and a leg to have Eric travel with them. That means he has so much respect for you that he does. I mean, for him, it's not about the money.
It's not about the money for Eric. So the entire idea is because he also connects with the idea of giving people an experience. That's the complete idea behind whatever I've done in my life, and this is just the same.
I'm just curious. Like, for example, when I listen to the soundtrack of Gadar 2, since we talked Jhoom, I hear a lot of sarangi. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
Will you, for example, travel with the sarangi?
I will. It's an integral part of my band.
So it's not as though you're going to use the synthesizer to create a sarangi sound. It's actually going to be a sarangi player.
Absolutely.
How beautiful is
Absolutely. Dilshad Khan travels with me.
Lovely. I don't know, I have this visual of Mithoon sitting on a big Steinway and banging away at the piano. Are you going to go large scale grand piano, or are you going to keep it smaller?
In fact, there's another property, Rishi, that we've created, me and Palak together.
Yeah.
Because we had a performance last year which went viral on the Zee Cine Awards, where I got together 70 musicians on stage and we give a tribute to Manoj Kumarji.
Yeah.
So we have developed that property as well.
Lovely.
Where we have this entire classic songs recreated and rearranged by me. But my India tour is more Mithoon live. It's more about my journey.
Yeah, because I mean, look at your discography. That itself will fill a couple of hours.
Yes.
A lot of newer artists end up doing a lot of covers. I would imagine, only would do a cover if you have a theme or a concept behind it. Otherwise, your own material is really out there. So lovely. 8 singers you said, huh?
6 singers.
6 singers. Who can we see? I mean, will Palak also be there as part of the singers?
So Palak and me, I have created a separate property, as I told you. In Mithoon Live, people who have worked with me, like Irfan's there with me, Mohammad Irfan is there with me, Aziz Kaur is there with me.
She's wonderful. What a singer.
She's a fabulous singer.
Didn't she do Intezar for you?
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
I remember Mohit Suri, like a child, sending Intezar to me saying, this is viral. And he used to call it VYRYL.
Yeah.
Lovely song. Yeah. Aziz, who else? Yeah.
So I've got Aziz, I've got Mohammad Irfan, I've got Abhishek Nailwal, he did Shamshera with me. And then I've got Saj Bhatt and a couple of more singers. All of them are not there throughout the tour. The idea is to basically give people an experience of all my songs in different interpretations. Like I would have sometimes Irfan do a Maula Mere Maula, or I would sometimes happen to him to do like his song with me in Ek Villain, like Banjara, or we do a Phir Mohabbat together and we kind of collaborate on it. So the idea is to give different experiences in different shows.
And are you doing only major cities, or are you doing satellite townships, the smaller cities? Do you have a list of cities as of now, or at least a wish list?
Yeah, we have primary cities which are kind of locked, but I am not restricted. There is no restriction, because the entire idea, Rishi, is to connect with people. And how much ever I've done live till now, believe me, it's like sometimes you get the biggest of love from the smaller towns.
Of course.
So you go there and there are songs that you sometimes sitting in a Mumbai studio, you kind of undermine. Like I have a song called Darkhast from Shivai.
Of course. Sunidhi's voice. Yeah. I love the song. Big soaring Mithoon ballad.
You see it on stage. I mean, sometimes that song is louder than Tumiyo from the public. So that's what live does.
Louder than Tumiyo.
Louder than Tumiyo.
I don't think that would have been possible in this lifetime. Tumhi Ho is like the national anthem of a country.
But it's happening.
But
That's what
it's
I'm saying.
happening.
That's what you learn
That's
on
a
tour.
big thing. That's
Yeah.
a big thing. That's wonderful. So great. You're open. You're going to keep adding cities.
Yes.
And you're open to smaller cities. I mean, it's crazy. The Indian Ocean was telling me they went to Rourkela and they played a gig where there were 15,000 screaming people,
Yeah.
and everybody in Rourkela knew the song. Is
Absolutely.
their songs. It's every city is an individual country in this
It
nation.
is.
It's
It
so
is.
beautiful,
It
isn't
is.
it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And are you going to be on the road non-stop, or are you going to take breaks in between this?
I'm going to
How's
have
it?
a few breaks because I have a lot of commitments next year for writing, for films. I've got Border 2 coming up in Jan itself.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a
Yeah.
big one, yeah. Entire soundtrack. So, and then Mohit's next film has also work has already started. So I've got to just also get back to the studio because I'm not very comfortable writing on tour. I tried that.
Yeah, because Rahman Sir takes his
I
portable
know.
kit and goes.
I
I mean, he
know.
doesn't write. I mean, lyrically, you write a lot of lyrics.
Right,
For
right.
that, you need the right space.
Right. Even with melodies, the thing is, Rishi, in a hotel room, I don't feel it. I need to be at my space. I'd go to my studio and feel that silence. So that's not really worked for me. So that's why I'm not going to be doing too much of it. But when I'll be on stage, I'm fully committed to it.
And I've noticed that some composers, like Amit Trivedi, have started getting dancers in their routine.
Right.
So, when Amit toured, I saw a show in Thane at the Raymond Grounds, and I was pretty surprised. I saw dancers behind him dancing and things like that. I mean, it's a layering. So, are you going to keep it just musicians, or are you also open to doing some choreography?
No, so my interpretation is just musicians, and I like the musicians to dance. I mean, we have
That's lovely,
some
that's
great musicians.
lovely.
This Robin Fargo's on my band. He's one of India's best trumpeters today, and he can really light up the screen.
Oh, I love the
you know,
sound of the trumpet. So beautiful.
I've got Blasco Monserrato on trombone. So he's been in the fraternity for 40 years, and to bring him back on stage and see him just slam the trombone, it's an experience.
And who's on guitar? Who's on
guitar,
bass?
I've got Kalyan Barua.
Oh my God, he's an OG.
He's an OG.
Kalyan's still in Delhi?
No, he's here.
He's here
He's
now.
in Mumbai.
Okay.
I've got Tushar Singh.
Yeah.
So they're all just fab. I've got Jitu Thakur on the solo violin.
Wow.
I play keys myself. So the entire idea is to give people, the dance of musicians itself is so beautiful. I relate to that, and that's what I want to show people.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, when a bass guitar player or a lead guitar player moves with his instrument, or when a saxophone player grooves with his instrument, that itself is a beautiful choreography.
It's a beautiful dance. Yeah, it's no less than a swan dance. Believe me.
And are you going to be singing? Yeah, yourself.
Yeah.
Lots
There are
of
some
that.
songs. I opened my show with Zindagi Ne Zindagi Bhar Gum Diye, which was my first song as playback singer as well. 18 years, but you should see how people connect to that song.
That's lovely. Okay, since you mentioned Mohit, I have to come. I mean, I have a house which has a 13-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old daughter. And ever since the soundtrack of Saiyaara has come in, Dhun has been blasting in my house. And there are different speakers in different rooms. So I'm wondering why there has to be so many Alexas. Because the elder one will play it in one room and the younger one will play it in another room. And I'm often saying, why can't you listen to it together? But what a beautiful song.
Thank you.
And honestly, it's a song like that is not just a tribute to the music composer, but also the camaraderie that the music composer and the director share. And this is a long-term thing. I mean, Mohit and yourself are really brothers in arms. And I would like to believe that, he brings out the best in you.
Yeah.
Were you surprised by how this song just went nuts? Or did you know when you guys sat down and talked about it, it's going to take off? And you must be so happy for Mohit.
Of course,
Right?
of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That goes without saying. It's not that we don't expect something from our music this way, Rishi. The way me and Mohit work, we just believe in enjoying ourselves while working. We should feel it. Whatever we've done, whether it is Wo Lamhe Wo Baatein, whether it is Fir Mohabbat, Tum Hi Ho, Half Girlfriend, Chal Ghar Chale, we've always felt it ourselves in the room. Ki wow. So that's the ultimate litmus test for us. If we are enjoying it, we let it go and then we leave it to the people. So then when things happen this way, we just feel that there's something we're doing right and let's keep doing that, and let's keep our feet on the ground.
And what beautiful writing, Mithun. I have to doff my hat to you. I mean, when a man says to a woman, or a woman says to a man, or anybody says to anybody, all I have is this song.
Is this song?
I have nothing else. I don't have the riches, I don't have the money, I don't have anything.
True.
All I have is
All
the
I
song.
have is this song.
Which is such a beautiful, pure thought, you know.
Yeah.
So did he give you a one-line premise? Or
Yeah, this was Mohit's thought actually. He says कि मिथुन की एक artist के पास तो सबसे कीमती क्या है?
Yeah.
You know, and there was a lot of perspective, which is also very beautiful, where a lot of songs were getting written about a lavish lifestyle. Ki, you know, I'll give you this, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll put you in this car, I'll take you here, I'll take you shopping, which is interesting. But we wanted to take the other route. And what about those lovers who don't have those, you know, who don't have those Prada and Gucci bags to give? You know, all they have is and that song can be anything. It need not be a song per se. It could just be the dhun of the heart. You know, dhun also means a madness in itself, right?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. No, I'm just very happy for Mohit, because such a fine filmmaker. For a while, we were all worried, saying, you know, what's happening? But he just kept doing his time, man. And, you know, it just had to happen. It's just, everything has just come together at the right time. And I'm so happy that he's already started work on his next, and, you know, both of you are going to be collaborating again together. Also, you must be pretty happy with Vishal Mishra's success on the album, because you've used, I can call him kid, because you and me have been in our respective professions for many, many years. A lot of these singers you have used in your albums help further their career, and to see them come into their own as singer-songwriters and composers, that must make you happy. Yeah?
Of course, I completely believe that music should happen, you know, and Vishal's been creating some very good original music. So the entire idea is that we keep that culture alive, we keep that conversation going, and that's great for the fraternity.
I like that, you know, these classic soundtracks, Gadar to Border to legacy soundtracks, Uttam Singh Ji, Anu Malik, they're now being entrusted to you. That's the right word to use. And you're doing a Mithoon on them. Talk to me about Border 2. Talk to me about the importance of that particular project. A whole generation of us grew up on Border, the movie as well as the music. And of course, Javed Saab's words.
Absolutely. So again with Border, Hrishi, I think it's an emotion beyond entertainment. You know, people are connected to the heartbeat of that film with what JP Saab created. And I'm working now with Anurag Singh, who's directing the film, and he's got a lot of depth, the man. And the producers, Bhushan Kumar, he's very involved in the film. He's very emotionally involved in the film, beyond commerce. So that's giving me a very right environment to write and to do whatever needs to be done. Obviously, we are adapting some of the great work that's been done by Anu Malik and Javed Akhtar Saab. And then I have Manoj Muntashir collaborating with me. And some of the finest singers in the country are coming together for this album. The entire concept is to bring an emotion big alive. That's the idea. It's not about the graph, it's not about the canvas, it's about the emotion.
And you did that so beautifully in Gadar too. You know, I mean, these are songs written by the great Anand Bakshi.
True.
And you gave them a wonderful layering. And you also did your own versions of the song. Like, for example, the Kaaba song had one proper version, and then you did a version with Palak, which I thought was very, very interesting.
One with Jubin as well.
One with Jubin as well. So it wasn't taking Uttam Singh Ji or Anand Bakshi's work and saying, oh, should I recycle this? I mean, you really put a lot of thought into it. I mean, it's almost as though you don't want it to want people to turn around and say, "Arey, ye to recycle kiya hai."
No, that was one of my first conditions, Hrishi, when I met Anil Sharma ji also. Because I've been very vocal about the culture of recreation. Nothing wrong in adapting one or two here and there if it's cinematically needed. The entire trend of recreating is something that I haven't been very, very in favor of. But I told Anilji that I have a couple of conditions. One would be this, that we will not touch the melody nor the writing of Anand Bakshi, because those are masterpieces. You don't touch them. And secondly, we should get Udit Narayan ji to sing the song.
Because and Alka ji too.
Alka ji too, absolutely. And he respected my wishes, and I think that's where we started doing the right thing.
And are you following that practice for Border too?
Yeah? I am on similar lines. I can't reveal too much right now. I want people to listen to it. But the in Gadar 2, when people saw the respect that I have for something that is sacrosanct, they will see that in Border 2 as well.
And that relationship with Arijit, I mean, today he's probably one of the biggest singers in the world. And you saw him at such an early stage, you nurtured him. You Is it still the same? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah?
the same. Absolutely.
How beautiful.
We still discuss music. Back then also we never spoke. Actually, we are quite different as people. I mean, our daily lives is not that adjacent. You know, he is in his own zone. I have my own life. But it's music which bonds us. It's always been that way. And today also it's the same.
And does he send you like radical stuff he does? Oh, I did something with Ed Sheeran, check it out. You know,
He does send me a lot of ideas that he sits and cracks sometimes, and that's how we were even back then. And he'll keep telling me, ki, you know, you should do this now. You don't do films now. Don't do films for 1 year. You come and let's sit here, let's crack, let's do something else. He's very passionate that way to explore different avenues.
Yeah, I imagine he's pushing you to do more independent stuff.
Yeah.
But you're a film boy. You know, you love your film.
I'm a completely film guy. I love cinema and I love the madness of cinema. But I love sitting and having long chats with him. They mostly don't go anywhere between the two of us. It's just like these two crazy guys talking. But I love that moment with him.
How wonderful. And in essence, he what to you is his biggest strength? I mean, his voice everybody knows.
Yeah, it's beyond that. I mean, the way I see it, Rishi, I think it's his ability to engage the listener in conversation. You know, the minute you hear him, he starts a line. See, any song, the way he picks it up, he'll सुनने वाले को मजबूर कर देता है कि he has to get involved into it. You know, he sucks the listener into the song from the first line. That's one of his greatest strengths, I think.
That's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to come back to the concert right now. You know, one of the big things in concerts and live gigs is actually adapting yourself to size of stage as well as the acoustics of the place. Are you going to be taking your stages with you where there are no stages? Or, like, for example, Dublin Square does have a stage.
It does.
So you will use that stage. There are some places, like, for example, you might go to a Lucknow or a, Guwahati, where you might have to create a stage. You're open to doing that too? Yeah?
Of course, I'm open to doing that too. But I don't see things that much in a technical light. I mean, obviously, we have a specific rider and Eric's in charge of everything. And I know that when he's there, I know that things are going to be with the way they're supposed to be. But my priority, Rishi, is for me to be in the right emotion on stage. There are shows where sometimes there's too much of slapback. I recently did a stadium show, the one in Surat with Palak, and there was too much of slapback. But and there are a lot of venues in India where we can't control acoustics that well, and hoping for things to get better. But meanwhile, I don't want to sit back and complain about it. My idea is, I always feel that if you are real with people, it shows. So even if I am uncomfortable, I am honest. You know, I think that really works for me as an artist, and I try to keep that honesty alive.
And do you like conversing with the crowd? Yeah? Like some musicians like to be in the zone.
Yeah.
They like to perform. Like Sonuji talks to the crowd a lot.
He does.
You know, he loves talking to the crowd.
Yeah.
Whereas I see that Arijit is more or less in the zone. You know, he'll just come, he'll perform.
Yeah.
Maybe I would ask, do you like this song or whatever? But that's it. You're more the zone kind of guy.
In the zone.
Yeah.
In the zone.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I also have, like, on my in-ears, I have the entire band playing.
Oh,
wow. And I'm very careful about my voicings because everything is redesigned. So I'm in my band, we don't play back anything. Everything is live. And I enjoy that. So my voicings, like, I would give a different route to the bass guitar, different route to the electric guitar, just to create that that harmony that I want. So I'm constantly hearing about what's going on, making my notes, and I want to give people that experience.
That's interesting because you've segued beautifully in my next question. There's so many of your soundtracks where you've used orchestras. Like, you listen to Hamari Adhuri Kahani, for example. And, there's a very lavish orchestral kind of feel. And I'm like, how's he going to create that on stage? You're not. You're going to do your own interpretation for the stage.
Yes.
That is very, very interesting. And may I ask what the set list is going to be like throughout your career? Everything? Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a journey. So I've got my own version of Teribin. I've got
Are you going in chronological order? Like you started, are you going to do the Zehar, Train, all that earlier and then go on? Or are you just going to be random? Pick songs from here, there, depending on
I'm
mood?
opening with like the train. So that's an opening that I always like doing. And then I obviously tell people I like that moment where I go back to my first song, which was Teribin.
Yeah.
So I start from there, and then it's kind of random.
Yeah, I wonder, for example, yeah, the Kabir Singh song, that would be another huge one where
Yeah,
people
yeah,
just
it's mighty
go
on stage.
nuts.
It's
No?
mighty on stage. Yeah.
Mighty on stage, right? And, you know, Arijit is Arijit. So, do you sing Arijit's portions?
Of course I do.
Yeah?
Of course I do. Because before the song,
You did the scratch in any case. You must have, right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, and the idea, as I told you, Rishi, it's that everybody knows that the way a playback singer delivers the song, the composer doesn't have that finesse. And that's always been the case. If you see, we have so many versions of composers which are very very different. The way an Cream sir would do Avarapan Banjarapan to versus how a KK sir does it. It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
it's different. But I think people connect to the honesty,
Of
and
course
that's
they do.
very important.
Of course they do. So listen, this is wonderful. I'm very keen to know that apart from Border 2 and the Mohit film, what else are you working on? Are you in a position to tell us that?
So my idea right now is I want to do a lot more independent music in 2026. I want to just work on something which is very personal, very intimate as well. I'm just trying to find the right emotion to that. What should it be? But before that, I have to deliver Border 2. I have to also give Mohit because he goes for shoot early next year. So that has to be
And
delivered.
he wants the songs before he goes. Yeah.
Absolutely. He involves me on writing stage.
Wow.
That's how songs like Dhun come. Sorry. So the entire idea is to deliver those, and then I'm also working on Anil Sharma ji's next film. He's given me an idea that he wants me to work on. But and then we are having rehearsals constantly. So we are trying different ideas. I have a rehearsal in the next couple of days again with the band. So the idea is to basically do quality stuff, do less, but be fully committed to it.
And Border 2, are you also doing the BGM?
No, I'm not.
You're
I'm
not.
not.
Are you in a position to take on more BGM or you're just doing songs
Not right now, Rishi.
It's very time
with my
consuming,
schedules,
man.
yes.
Yeah.
My schedule, sometimes it's
Especially when you're going to go on tour.
not. Exactly.
It's one of those things. Who have you enjoyed watching live? The good old days, Kalyanji Anandji used to come with their whole orchestra.
Yeah.
Then you have stripped down artists, you see guys like Ed Sheeran, John Mayer with just a guitar sometimes on stage, There's a different vibe to everything. Who have you enjoyed?
Whatever I have seen on archives, and even as a kid, I have seen Lakshmikant Parallel perform live, and that was a riot.
All the violinists together.
Oh, and my dad was conductor.
Yeah,
on
of
stage.
course, yes. Yeah.
I had that privilege, if you can call it the brighter side of nepotism.
And little Mithoon was in the wings.
Not even in the wings. I used to sit on one of those risers where the rhythm section would sit.
Sweet.
I would sit there in my half pants and be on stage. And those players, they were beasts. They were monsters. I mean, their hand on the dholak, Sri Bhavani ji, we lost him. What players? What players?
And your granddad, you have vivid memories of him. Another musician, yeah.
Absolutely.
Teacher.
He was like a Vishwa Guru, as what we call him right now. But I was very small back then, Rishi. So I just have very, very vague memories.
Faint and vague memories. Yeah. What's very difficult to do on stage, Mithoon? Your discography. What's a song that's very difficult to do on stage?
Nothing actually.
Yeah. You figured out the tone for all of them.
Yeah.
Because some people say, "Oh my God, it's a studio song. I can't do this one live." And some people say, "No, this is a live song." You break those templates. You say,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. I have songs where I do Hamdard just on a piano and me. And many people find it a risk. Like after Ashiki, when the high in the when the energies are so high, I just play the piano. And my dad always taught me this, that it's all about if you can make people forget time, that's when you win them. So I think it's achievable.
That's wonderful. New vocalists that you are very impressed by in the last few years.
I really like what Vishal Mishra has been doing. I think he's really delivering some very good emotion along with whatever skill he has been putting. I recently heard a song from Tere Ishq Mein called Usse Kehna. And I really like the voice of the singer. I think there's a lot of emotion in the way he's delivered that song. I'm looking forward to see that film.
And have you been catching all the concerts? It's gone crazy. I mean, every week there's a new concert, there's a new gig. What is the last concert you went to?
I was in Australia like a few months back. Me and my wife, we were there, and I happened to see Stephen Hoff perform with the Sydney Philharmonic Orchestra at the Sydney Opera House. So that was something.
What a venue, no?
Beautiful.
Unbelievable. Oof. I mean, they're just the sight of the building, and then you go in and you see those the hall, the acoustics is just lovely.
It is. It is.
Wonderful. There you have it. Mithoon is in concert 14th of February in Mumbai. Tickets are live at Book My Show. Please get them. And this is part of Mithoon Live, the India tour. Thank you very much for rolling by. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Hrishi.
Cheers.
Thank you.
94.3 Radio 1.